Welcome back to History Day for Leadership Center County. This is the final one of our video segments, which are hopefully have provided you with an overview of Center County history. Our final topic for this segment, I've titled Some Reflections on the Future, and hopefully we'll be able to look at a few trends and compare them from Pennsylvania to Center County and develop some ideas about what might be important to consider for the future. Well, I'd like to wrap up our overview of Center County history by talking a little bit about changes that we've seen in the 20th century in Pennsylvania and how they might be reflected here in Center County. First of all, we've seen the rise and fall of the smokestack industries, and this is quite obvious when you consider the declining steel industry of Western Pennsylvania at Pittsburgh and Johnstown, but also Eastern Pennsylvania at Bethlehem and near Philadelphia as well. We've seen the replacement of railroads to a large degree by modern highways and trucking and automobiles, replacing freight and passenger traffic on railroads, although heavy freight movement still is much more effectively done by railroad, and so we still have some railroad activity in Pennsylvania, but a very small amount of trackage compared to what used to be 100 years ago. We've seen the development of suburban communities and shopping centers at the expense of more compact towns and older downtown commercial districts. And we've also seen the rise of historic preservation and heritage tourism as new elements in the economic mix of our communities. And each of these changes, in more modern terms, is reflected in Center County as well. Our own smokestack industries are pretty much, by and large, gone, replaced primarily by high-tech industry nowadays. Our railroads, our trackage is long gone. Our superhighways, Interstate 80, Interstate 99, US 322, are keys to economic development in Center County, and we see massive amounts of truck traffic and automobile traffic, not just for Penn State football weekends. We've seen tremendous suburban growth around State College and growth related to the university as well, surrounding the center region. It used to be that the center region was the core of growth surrounding Penn State, but the townships that border the center region have grown in population. Outer communities, Bellefonte, Milesburg, have seen Phillipsburg and Center Hall have seen increasing growth of people who work and commute to Penn State, and it's stretched out and included with the improved highways to Clearfield County, to Blair County, to Huntington County, to Mifflin County, and even to a certain extent to Union County. So all the surrounding counties have people living there and working at Penn State. It's really, when we say Penn State has become the economic engine of Center County, it's really the most significant thing going on. This transformation of Penn State and the center region has really been quite remarkable. From a quiet village at the turn of the 20th century, State College and its environs have now become a metropolitan area as designated by the U.S. Bureau of the Census. And the university's enrollments and research activities have clearly grown and flourished since World War II, and in turn Penn State has spun off and attracted modern industries and all manner of service businesses to support the growing population. So, as we had said earlier, the watchword for Center County in the 20th century has seemed to be continuous growth, and growth represents the challenge. We cherish our kind of bucolic isolation. We do more than laugh ironically when we say that Center County is equally inaccessible from all points of Pennsylvania. As President Sparks once said of Penn State in the 1920s, we are committed to maintaining this feeling of the value of small town central Pennsylvania. And we recognize that it is threatened. And as we have moved into the 21st century, the question for Center County, unlike its neighboring counties in many ways, is not how to stay vital, but rather how much change and growth is acceptable. And that is the challenge that we have to face. Is the environment that we cherish for its beauty and rural character, can we maintain that for generations in the future? And when we look back on Center County history, that is a question that will most definitely be asked. How did we do on maintaining that sense of pride of place? Thank you.